How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Tyler Teaches, where I show you some of my favorite tricks and steps. Today we are going over how to incorporate clicks into our trebles. We've done something similar to this years ago, treble clicks, but I feel like this is a better technique to grasping it more and getting a much more foundational understanding of how to combine the two. And so there's a better escalation of learning from very basic concepts to the trickier stuff that everybody wants to be able to whip out on the dance floor, you know? So we're gonna go through that today. I'm excited. We've got a new studio. I made the move from the East Coast back to Chicago, and I've turned this space into a workable dance studio. I think it's looking pretty good, but this will all kind of change here and there. I'll be tweaking and stuff here and there, so let me know what you think of it. Big shout out to Omara Floors for hooking us up with the floor here. Fills the camera pretty well. Makes a lot of good noise too, so shout out to them. But yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so we're talking about treble clicks and incorporating clicks and trebles, not just having, you know, your trebles and your click things, but combining the two together to be seamless. So we're gonna try a regular treble, so like a hop treble, and we're gonna hop right off of our back foot and switch our feet. So it's the combination of, if I just told you, if you're in the right foot third position, to just jump and click your heels. You're gonna go 50-50 on that, so I want both legs working together, and just do this. Now I want you to incorporate that right off of a hop treble. Okay, so I want you to try this. Hop treble. Alright, so two big things on this. You can't just kind of ground that there. You have to have that brush back ready to go for that switch. You're jumping off that back foot and you need this foot ready to go. The second part is both legs have to be working together. One big thing about heel clicks, a big technique tip is to always be balancing out the labor of the movement, okay? A lot of times we try to pick our stronger foot to kind of do all the clicks or anything like that, and that'll only work to a point. When you get to more trickier stuff like this, like incorporating the trebles into it, or going for, you know, more clicks than 3 or 4, you really have to distribute the work. So try it again. Hop treble, click, jump. Ready? Yep. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Try that on the left foot. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And I'm having you jump back down onto 2 feet. It's a little bit easier to be able to use both feet as opposed to landing on 1 foot or anything else. So this is just kind of iron down that fact and that technique. Okay, because you have to use both legs to move around. Hop treble, click, jump. 2, 3, and 2, 3, and there we go, and hop treble, click, jump. Yeah. Let's see if I'm back here. Hopefully the audio, you can still hear me. 2, 3, and. Yep. Cool. And then from there, now try out treble click and landing on the other foot. So if we're jumping onto our left foot, we're gonna click and change over to our right. Okay? So similar to when we did off 2 feet, now try and just go. And now combine that treble into the click. So it's a little bit different. I think that's a little bit trickier. It's a little bit less balanced. So that's why we're kind of scaling it that way. We started doing onto 2 feet. Now we're going 2, 3, and. Whoops. Lost my balance. Let me get a little bit more balance. gradually, and it takes different lengths of time for different people, okay? So be patient with it, but eventually, you know, the brain work will be sending down the vibes to your feet, and you'll be able to do this faster, efficiently, you know, but take your time, okay? It really does take a while to really get the balance of it all. It's really kind of weird. All right, so we have hop treble off 2 feet, and we have off 2 feet, and we should be able to do it on either foot. You always want to practice right foot and left foot equally. Balance. It's like the big theme of today. Great. Now, for my basic people, sorry, take that up. For my beginners, just kind of piecing this together, we're gonna, all right, for an added challenge, if you already know how to do a fast treble, like a gallopy fast treble, not like that, yeah. Let's do the same thing, but now with a fast treble instead of, we're gonna go into our click. And it kind of sounds like a hornpipe. Yeah, or like a jig. Yeah. So, fast treble. We can incorporate that. And you see we're scaling this. So at this point, we kind of understand the movement of it. The only thing different now is instead of a slow treble, we're doing a fast treble. Again, remember, and I keep goofing on it, I'm crowning these. Not a good example. You want to have that picked up. As soon as you do your brush back, you want to pick up the knee, you want to pick everything up so that you can jump off that back foot and switch your feet. And again, switching feet, you want the turnout, pointing, all that stuff so the heels naturally collide. I do a really good video on heel clicks over on my channel if you want to talk more about that. But 3 big things: crossed over legs, turned out feet, pointed toes. If you do those 3 things, your heels will be sticking out when you're passing feet, and they're just gonna run into each other, you know? So those 3 things need to be happening on both feet, and if one of those 3 things isn't happening, usually that's why we miss clicks. So yeah. Now try and do it with switching and landing on one foot. It's fun. I think this is a fun time, you know, quarantine time to practice weird stuff like this. I don't know. Yeah. So, now we're going to add even more. So we took the treble, we made that faster. We're going to dial back to regular slow trebles because we're going to add 2 clicks. We're adding 1, but now we're doing 2 clicks. Okay? So, we should know at this, you know, before we dive into this, you have to have a pretty strong understanding of double clicks. So when we did just 2 feet to 2 feet, from 2 feet to 2 feet, and getting that click in between, now we're doing the same thing off 2 feet. Okay, so we want that double click. 1, we should have that. 2, you have that regular treble already ready to go and pulled up, ready for that jump. A big thing is now, when we're jumping like this, we're getting the power off 2 feet, okay? And a lot of it in Irish dancing, we are launching off 1 foot, and I get that. But just know that it's harder to launch off 1 foot than 2. So when we're doing this, you know, double clicks require a little bit more jumping to it. So know that this back leg has to jump more. You have to push off the ground even further, okay? So, try that on the going this way. Hopefully you can still hear me. I set this all up to kind of keep all the sound going one way, but yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. Here we go. 2, 3, and. Yeah. And you want to always kind of keep the technique going. You don't really want to drop the heels. You want to keep the turnout going and the crossover because that's going to help you click your heels. If you're not doing that technique, you're gonna miss everything. It's gonna be so inconsistent. You're gonna be like, why? you gotta keep those feet crossed, gotta keep them turned out. Always practice on the left foot as well. Yeah. Woo. Once you get a grasp of that, again, same things we're gonna be adding. So we're gonna be doing a treble, hop treble, double click, and we're gonna land on our back foot again. So we're not switching anymore because we're only doing we're doing 2 clicks, so that keeps us on that same foot. Okay. So get your treble. And see, that's very difficult right there because I'm already feeling like I'm doing a lot more work on my right than my left. So as soon as you launch off the ground, you really have to kind of pick up that left leg. What's a good way to show that? I'm pushing that forward and I'm giving that 50-50 exchange there. It gets really hard if you have to do all the work here. I feel myself almost doing that, and that's where we'll start to get some inconsistency with the clicks. See, I'm pushing that up to give my right leg a bit more help, getting down to hit that heel. Okay. Whoop. Don't miss your trebles. Yeah. Cool. All right. So we did that. Now for an added little bonus, just like the first click, we'll try the fast treble into it. So the same things are happening where that left leg or whatever launching leg you're doing has to kind of do a little bit extra work after launching as well. Okay? Just by doing this for an extended amount of time, your back leg is going to get tired very easily. Yeah. Now try it with the switching feet, or not switching feet, landing just on one leg. Cool. Left foot. And again, yeah, it's just practice, practice, practice. It's way more about repetition and getting the technique down than anything. And if one step is getting too difficult, dial it back to the previous step. Really master that before stepping forward to the next part. A fun combination that would use this a little bit would be and that would only be different in that now we're going and we're just doing a double click instead of landing on our back foot. Now we're landing on our front foot. Yeah. And then you just slam the toe. Yeah. And I love that kind of stuff where there's really no start or stop with the rhythms and the clicks. They're all kind of one thing. Yeah. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope the set worked and you could hear me and you could hear my feet and all of that. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoy content like this and would like to see more in the future. Hit the like button. Let me know what you'd like to see next. I love hearing you guys' support and comments on what to do next and what videos you'd like to see. So definitely let me know what's good. And yeah, I will see you next time.